welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be telling you the basics of learning art. So the first thing you need to do is to learn your shapes. So let's show you how I can make the shape of these pots. We're going to take the shape of these pots. Okay, so let's say I want to make this pot shape. I'm not going to do the art style because I think it'll be way too long, but I'll tell you how to do it simply. Okay, so the first thing I always do, which helps me in drawing, is using a reference. Like, if you see my Masjid al-Aqsa video, you'll find out that I use a reference of the Aqsa Mosque in order to make it. Now, let me see the shapes what I see. Okay, so currently I can see a rectangle. I'm going to just do a little example. So I see a rectangle here, and then I just see a circle here. And over here, I see half a heart. And over here, I see a curly snake. And now in the top, I'm just going to make a semi-oval. And then I'm just gonna put a curved rectangle here, and now I have my own reference of a teapot. Now, the next steps is to always use. If you want to use something with pens, you'll always need to use pencils. Well, I don't have a pencil at this moment, but I'm going to take a light color. Let's say CG4. You want to make a drawing of, let's say you want to make a drawing of French fries. But at the same time, you know that if you use a dark color before the light color or sketch, you may find that your drawing won't look the best like this. So I'd always make a little sketch out with using shapes. So French fries, I kind of see rectangles, but at the same time, I do not need to use rectangle like all times. So I'm gonna make some rectangles, but at the same time, it should be a little curved. And I can even use sketches here. In the meanwhile, and now I got some French fries with sketch. Now we're going to outline it. Let's take a darker color. And now we're going to make the French fries out. Just do not include your sketch out. You're going to make sure your sketch out is made of pencil so you can erase it, but not erase it. Outline. Okay. Now you can see the French fries look better than this French fry because technically I use a sketch, and this sketch helped me to make the fries in the meanwhile. Well, I didn't really do a sketch, so it didn't really help me much. And now, if you want, you should buy these kid marker, but I suggest you to use Copic or alcohol markers if you're a marker user, and it's like mini color pencils. And plus, if you use marker, you should take pages. Because if you're going to draw, there's going to be marker leaking out of your page, and then it's going to go in your other pages. And you don't want to mess in other pages because you even want to draw. You can't just waste it in just 1 or 2 or 3 days. So, make sure you bring thick paper whenever you're using markers. And if you're like a pencil user that I make colors with pencils and coloring pencils, then you should use 10 but not too thick or not too thin pages, because if it's going to be too thin, it's going to break easy while you color. But if it's going to be too thick, it's not going to work well. The consistency won't work well in such hard papers. So if you're going to be using pencil, just to use it not too thin, not too thick. And if you're of a pencil, just make sure all of these qualities like acrylics, watercolors, oil pastels, crayon, you should not use or the light page. Light pages will break easily and it's going to break your page and then put color in your other page, and that's just going to waste your page because you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to throw this because technically it's already destroyed. I didn't draw yet, it's already destroyed. So I will always make sure to not use that much thin pages. I will occasionally avoid thin pages, so when I buy new sketchbooks or about to buy, I just look at the paper quality and what I'm going to use it on. Most often, I use it on pencils and markers. So I use paper that is half. If I want no bleeding on my other paper, I can just take out another paper and then put it underneath my page before I start coloring with the markers, and then it won't leak. So that's good. But even one thing you're going to need to do, when you start getting like a sketchbook, you have to make sure, like if you're going to draw, you're going to make sure there's one page blank. Technically, the drawing you put previously, it's going to make marker here. So it's more recommended to make the other page than the page behind your previously drawing. Otherwise, it's going to bleed. Like see, I used a little too much here, it's bleeding, but I was using strong paper, so this strong paper prevented it from bleeding into the others. Right. And do not go too hard on the paper, because technically paper can break easily. I made little drawings here, time by time. Remember the Eskimos video? I made it like that, but I used thick paper from the exact same sketchbook. Okay. Now that I'm using right now, I'm even using it on crayons, and see, I'm trying to use pencil here, but it's still quite easy to erase. So I suggest you to go out with 3 things. Number 1, always using shapes in order to make objects. Number 2, always use not so thin, not so thick paper for any type. And number 3, if you're bringing alcohol markers on pages you think will leak, always put another page. Like in my Hoover markers, they give me this translucent sheet, and so I can prevent the ink from going to the other pages. And it gave me a color swatch as well. That's why I can test the colors before I use, because sometimes I'm like, oops, I kind of used the wrong color. And anyways, I hope this helps you in drawing. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bells on so that you can stay tuned on when my next videos will come. Bye!